He was charged in a Brooklyn court today for a violent attack on a busload of other fighters. Take a look, injuring two of them.
New video shows UFC star Conor McGregor sucker punching an elderly man in a Dublin pub. Take a look at this.
This is a 30-year-old has been arrested and charged with strong armed robbery and criminal mischief after an incident outside the Miami resort.
Conor McGregor tonight denying an allegation he sexually assaulted a woman at the Miami Heat Arena after Game 4 of the NBA Finals.
Conor turned himself in last night to police. They had a warrant for his arrest.
Conor McGregor does coke, you know, allegedly. I don't know if he does coke. Seems like kind of guy who might do a little coke.
I think like these people have to go jail. They have to go jail.
Sitting there on the mat with the broken leg, doing like this, telling me he's gonna kill me still. Like, what are you doing, bro? That's disgusting, man. I'd break his other leg.
It's hard to get up in the morning and get kneed in the face, kicked in the face, elbowed in the head. Yeah. After I got $100 million in my pocket. Now he about to have $200 million more in his pocket.
And McGregor Sports and Entertainment is now an owner of Bare Knuckle.
Conor McGregor hasn't fought in 3 years. He hasn't won a fight in 4 years, and he hasn't been champion in 8 years. But he continues to be the biggest draw in this sport. He is the biggest draw in the history of the UFC. Conor McGregor owns 8 of the top 10 pay-per-views of all time. My name is Angelo. This is We Want Picks, and I'm going to tell you why I bet $1,000 that Conor McGregor loses against Michael Chandler. In a somewhat surprising announcement after UFC 300, Dana White announced that Conor McGregor will be returning to the octagon. He will be fighting Michael Chandler at UFC 303 on June 29th. And I say somewhat surprising because this fight has been teased before. Conor, if you remember, was swirling wine, sipping away, and laughing while announcing that he will be fighting Michael Chandler at 170 pounds. I have been very vocal historically that Conor McGregor will never be fighting again. So vocal, in fact, that Conor McGregor's team took that clip of me saying he will never fight again and put it into his Netflix documentary 3 times. I was used as the catalyst to his comeback. The audio of me saying we may never see Conor McGregor fight again kicked off what is supposed to be the greatest comeback in the history of sports. I, on the other hand, feel that this is not going to be the comeback he thinks it is. I think he's going to come back a fraction of the person he was when he left. I think he's going to come back older, slower, twitchier, and less effective than ever. While I am going to buy this pay-per-view, and I am thrilled to the moon that Conor McGregor is back because it only does amazing things for this sport, and it is awesome as a fan to watch the biggest draw in history step back into that octagon. I have a couple of problems with it, though. I have a few reasons that I feel he will never get back to where he was. The first one is he doesn't need to. It's very different fighting for your career. It's very different fighting to feed your family. It's very different fighting to get to the top of this sport than it is to have $1 billion in your pocket and be fighting for fun. And that is where Conor McGregor is. He sold his whiskey company for $600 million. He made almost $200 million fighting Floyd Mayweather. He does not need the money. And while it is admirable that Conor McGregor will step into that octagon for our entertainment and to prove to himself that he can come back after a horrific leg injury, it's not a recipe for success. But it hasn't been all making huge amounts of money and success outside of the octagon. Conor McGregor has 3 times the amount of sexual assault allegations than he does wins in the last 8 years. Conor McGregor's head has grown 6 sizes in the last 3 years And that's not because he's a growing boy drinking his milk. Conor McGregor is a twitchy drug addict who has done more steroids than anybody could ever dream of. Conor McGregor has successfully beat up 2 people in the last 8 years. One is an old, aging Donald Cerrone, and the other was an old man at a pub that didn't want a shot of proper 12 whiskey. Both of those people were punched pretty hard, but only one of them was unconscious, and it was not the old man. Conor McGregor's career is done. He's going to come back, we're going to buy the pay-per-view, and we are all going to watch, but he is not going to win this fight. In my mind, Michael Chandler is a professional athlete that has treated his body and his career as such. Yes, he will go out there, he will bite down on a mouthpiece, and he will take more risks than you would like somebody to. But he will also do the right things, treat his body well, and train like an actual professional. Not to mention, Michael Chandler is a 155-pounder, a large one at that. Moving up to 170 is not nearly as dramatic for him as it is for the former 145-pound Conor McGregor. Michael Chandler's going to be 38 years old come fight night, and that is no spring chicken, especially not in this sport. But his legs have been attached the whole way for as many years as we can remember, and he has been training and fighting consistently his entire career. My one and only concern in this fight is that Michael Chandler is going to show up and try to be a highlight instead of a fighter. That will give Conor McGregor the only opportunity he has to win this fight, which is a lucky punch early. There's absolutely no way that Conor McGregor has the cardio needed to fight any sort of extended amount of time. There's absolutely no way that Conor McGregor will show up ready to defend takedowns if he needs to. Conor McGregor is no longer the loud underdog Irishman that came in here and took this sport over by storm. Those days are long gone. He has quite literally had too much success too quickly. And all of that money and all of that fame as quickly as he got it helped us as MMA fans grow the sport, but hurt him in his personal life and his career. He will probably sell more pay-per-views in his fight versus Michael Chandler than the greatest card of all time, which was UFC 300. But he's not going to win. He is going to retire humbly. We are going to applaud him for every single thing he has done for this sport, and we are going to move on.